The Los Angeles Lakers have found their secret weapon. And while all the talk has been about Luka Doncic and Mark Williams and the huge trades that Rob Pelinka has made, NBA fans are not talking about the impact that Jared Vanderbilt has and is going to have on this team as Luka and Mark Williams join the team. We're going to break down his impact and as well as discuss some interesting comments from JJ Redick surrounding Jared Vanderbilt following a magnificent performance against the Warriors, and also discuss what this means going forward for the team. Before getting that, folks, if you're part of the percentage who aren't subscribed to the channel, this is the place to be for daily Lakers content. Your guys' support has been absolutely unbelievable. Thank you, guys. It means the world to everybody here, myself, Okeshi, and Hunter, and we're on the road to 11,000 subscribers. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a step back from the buyout conversations. There's going to be lots more videos about that, of course, but we're going to talk about Jared Vanderbilt. And the reason we're going to do so is because now that AD is gone, we have a huge gap in defense now, whether it be perimeter defense, whether it be, of course, interior defense with Anthony Davis being gone. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And Jared Vanderbilt's a guy, we'll break into the depth chart later, but Jared Vanderbilt is a guy that nobody is talking about outside of the of Lakers fans. And obviously, we know how good Jared Vanderbilt is going to be, but other teams are going to be shocked to see the impact that this guy has. And we talked about his game against the Warriors the other night. He had 14 rebounds, 5 points, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. He is not a guy where if you look at the box score, you look at his, let's say, basketball reference stat page, whatever you want to look at, right? He is not a guy that's going to jump off of the page because his impact is measured greatly by his defense, both perimeter defense, interior defense. And now, as you start to think about what this team is going to need following Luka Doncic trade, Jared Vanderbilt, no matter who they go out and get in the buyout market, is going to be that guy. And I wanted to shed some light on how he's going to be their secret weapon, not only for the rest of the season as they continue to win games, but into the playoffs as they still lack wing and point of attack defense. Jared Vanderbilt is going to be their guy. And Jared Vanderbilt spoke out after the game against the Warriors and kind of gave some insight into what his role was under JJ Redick in yesterday's game. We gave up a lot of offensive rebounds tonight. My thought process going in and try to grab every rebound and get physical. And now, it's funny because we knew how important Jared Vanderbilt was. This team was rolling without Vando. The moment Vando came into the game, not yesterday against the Warriors, or the other day against the Warriors. Of course, the other day against the Warriors, it was a couple days ago now. It was, his impact was seen. But the first time that he stepped foot on the floor for the Lakers this season, we saw his impact. And it was so clear the impact that he can have. Instantly got a steal, all these different things. And now, you look at this, Rui Hachimura in 35 minutes, 4 rebounds. Jackson Hayes in 24 minutes, 3 rebounds. Jared Vanderbilt in 20 minutes, 14 rebounds. And it's simply a matter of effort. That is what this player gives. Now, this is no shade at Jackson Hayes. I think he's playing fine. And Mark Williams is going to come in, right? Mark Williams is going to come in. He's going to be a fantastic rebounder and a fantastic player for this team. But man, oh man, as you look at the depth chart here, and as things start to shape out, we have an update on Luka Doncic as well. He's probably going to be playing on Monday night. He's not going to be playing of course, tonight, Saturday. But with Luka, Austin Reaves, Rui, LeBron, and Mark Williams, whether you put, of course, Dorian Finney-Smith there or not, you're going to need some help on the glass. Now, of course, Luka Doncic gets his fair share of rebounds. A year removed from averaging a 30-point triple-double. But you still need some rebounders and defenders. And Jared Vanderbilt's going to be so key off of the bench to guard the opposing teams, whether it be their best player, whether it just be to go in and be physical. His impact specifically after this Anthony Davis trade is going to be absolutely unmatched. JJ Redick came out following the game and said that Jared Vanderbilt dominated his role and was awesome tonight. And he's been awesome the whole season. He's really been awesome his whole Lakers tenure. And let's go over his stats. Like I said earlier, you look at his stats and you're probably thinking, if you don't watch Lakers games, is he really that important to this team? He's only played 6 games, averaging 15 minutes, 3.5 points, 7 rebounds, a steal and a half, or almost 2 steals and an assist and a half. He is not going to be a guy that is going to score the ball a lot, shoot the ball very well. He's never been a great shooter. He's capable at times, right? What he's going to do is play defense. He averages, a lot of steals. Great at stealing the ball. But steals aside, his point of attack defense is great. His perimeter defense is perimeter and interior to a degree. Obviously, he's not a huge center, or a huge power forward that's going to be able to guard, huge players. But that's why you now have Mark Williams for that. He's such a lengthy defender that can both guard on the ball, can guard perimeter players, but also guard big men to a degree, right? And power forwards. And what that does now, it opens up the rest of the floor for the offensive powerhouses that they have. And of course, he's used to playing alongside Anthony Davis, which has helped him, of course, flourish into being a great defender as well. And now you have a very good defender in Mark Williams. Now, some people are saying that Mark Williams isn't a great defender. If you watch his tape, he's a very capable defender. He's a great shot blocker. Is he as good as Anthony Davis? Absolutely not, and he's not going to be. Anthony Davis is one of the best interior defenders there is. But I started thinking about what his role going forward is. Like, I don't think fans of other teams, and maybe even some Lakers fans, don't realize the impact that this guy has. Like, yes, he's not going to put up crazy amounts of points. He's not going to be a guy who, if you don't watch the games, you're going to notice a ton, of course, based on the box score. But the impact that he has is going to be so crucial. And as we start to peruse the buyout market now, where we're looking for players who can play defense, we're looking for shooters, Jared Vanderbilt, having him on your team is so important to be able to actually play defense off of the bench, sub him in, man that second unit a little bit as well. And as you start to look at the upcoming games, again, it's against the Pacers tonight, and then the Jazz, the Hornets, and the Trailblazers. You're going to be in a very interesting spot. And ultimately, they need to win all of these games. But as we start to look at the buyout market, again, Jared Vanderbilt, his name is so important. Because imagine, without Jared Vanderbilt, their defense off the bench and their defense in general would be very poor. I mean, Austin Reaves is a bad defender. Gabe Vincent's capable at times. And then, of course, you have Dorian Finney-Smith, who's a great defender. But other than that, like, your defense is still lackluster. Assuming Rui Hachimura goes to the bench, he's a pretty poor defender, right? So as you start to think about what this team lacks and what it needs, they need, in theory, a solid defender out of the buyout market or someone who can shoot the ball. And you have Jared Vanderbilt right there. And something else, an interesting point by Clutch that was brought up. One thing that's kind of not talked about enough is that the Lakers will have two elite clutch time shot creators and makers in LeBron and Luka. Prior to this, we all knew the ball was going to LeBron 100% of the time, and it was easy to game plan against now to Alpha. So this is another thing that's not really spoken about a lot. Now, I don't fully agree. I mean, we all knew in the clutch time that LeBron was getting the ball, but I do think Anthony Davis was still at least a threat to opposing teams because he's still a dominant force. Now that we have Luka Doncic, you don't really know if the ball's going to LeBron or it's going to Luka. Luka is extremely clutch. LeBron is extremely clutch as well. So you have two clutch players now. You have two players with the clutch gene. And looking at how this team, I cannot wait to see how this team comes together to play these games. You have an athletic five in Mark Williams and all these different things. They're still perusing the buyout market. That's a very important thing for them. You need to hit with this buyout guy. Is it the end of the world if you don't? Absolutely not. I saw some of you guys in the comment section, going to Shake Milton's defense, saying he's played well. I still think I might prefer, depending who they get in the buyout market, like even a Seth Curry type, a specialist off of the bench. Because when you're running a third string point guard, you're not going to get a lot of minutes. So if you're out there, you like to have a defined role, whether that would be great defense, great shooting. Seth Curry will give you great shooting. Josh Richardson will give you great defense. There's a bunch of different things here. And whoever they decide to go with, even Patty Mills, solid shooting, great shooting. Whoever they decide to go with is going to be interesting. But I just wanted to give some props this video to Jared Vanderbilt and how important and integral he is to this team. And everybody realizes it. JJ Redick realizes it. Everybody in the Lakers land realizes it. But some Lakers fans, and I'm sure fans of other teams as well, don't realize that Jared Vanderbilt is going to be a secret weapon, not only for the regular season, but as the playoffs approach. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. One final thing, JJ Redick, like I mentioned a couple videos ago here, and was confirmed last night. JJ Redick is going to be playing Luka Doncic, or Luka Doncic is going to be playing in all likelihood on Monday, and Mark Williams is questionable for the game tonight. So I'd like to see Mark Williams get out there, see how he gels with LeBron before, of course, Luka returns on Monday. But that'll wrap it up. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. Thank you guys for watching. See you later. Cheers.